Hospitality is targeted quite a bit for phishing attacks and bad actors because we are so helpful. The first time I got a phone call from a manager, an upper level, and I said, hey, I really need to know my password. Because we do use Beyond Identity, we knew that it was a phishing attempt. And I think that was a little bit of a watershed moment for us to know, like, hey, we made the right choice. My name is Johansen. I'm with Brandt Hospitality Group. I'm the head of our IT department. We are a builder, developer, and operator of hotels across the United States. We partner mainly with Marriott, Hyatt, IHG, Hilton, those brands, but that's who our customers are, typically our guests as far as the business goes. But in our IT department, we view our customers as our team members and our associates that work at all of our hotels and in our support office. And so we're always looking for ways to make their life easier, in a sense that we want to free them up from technology constraints so they can take care of our guests. So when we were choosing an MFA provider, we had actually done a proof of concept with several different providers, found one that we were fairly satisfied with. When that provider came back to us and said that they were no longer going to take contracts of our size, that we had to have at least 500 more seats. So we had a little bit of an insurance mandate to get MFA deployed. So we're up against a little bit of a timeline. Cast another web out to see who was available. And I came across Beyond Identity and reached out. They were able to set up a proof of concept fairly quickly. And from there, we realized, hey, this is actually even better than the original vendor that we were going to go with. The prior vendor required us to either have like a physical piece of hardware, like a hardware key, or them to use their personal device. One of the great things about Beyond Identity was it solved that with the TPM and that embedded secure enclave so that folks could just use our machines that we already have and we didn't have to have them bring another device to that. So when we rolled this out to our users, it was met with a little bit of resistance at first until they actually experienced it. I'm like, whoa, this is really great. The fact that an app makes you sign in and all you do is just touch your fingerprint or enter your PIN and you're done, it doesn't get much easier than that. Some of the feedback we'd heard from the other tools they use, working with our brand partners, whether it be Duo or Entrust or Microsoft Authenticator, they always had to have their phone out, they had to pull it out, they either had to like type in a code, select a code, accept a push, whatever that might be. Beyond Identity, because it's bound right to that hardware, as long as they are them and they're logged in, it just goes through. I think they liked the fact that it was frictionless. What we do in hospitality is try and make things as easy as possible for our guests, and this does exactly that, but for our end users. Hospitality is targeted quite a bit for phishing attacks and bad actors because we are so helpful. And I think the first time I got a phone call from a manager, an upper level, and I said, hey, I really need to know my password, I got an invoice from a vendor that I can't access. And because we do use Beyond Identity, we knew that it was a phishing attempt because otherwise I would have logged them in. And I think that was a little bit of a watershed moment for us to know, like, hey, we made the right choice. This is definitely helping our users combat phishing attempts without them necessarily having to be fully aware all the time. And it kind of, in one sense, makes our phishing training a little bit obsolete because now we are constantly protecting them. One of the benefits that we've seen with our cyber insurance is that our premium has remained flat ever since we've rolled this out. I know that Beyond Identity is a large factor in that. They're very pleased that we're using a phish-resistant MFA partner like Beyond Identity. The team at Beyond Identity has been second to none. We view them more as a partner than we do as a vendor. With a line-level workforce, we had unique challenges that maybe other industries don't face when they have, everyone's working at their desk. And Beyond Identity has come up with a way for us to support all of our users regardless of what their day-to-day role is. Do a proof of concept, talk to Beyond Identity, give it a try. I think it creates its own raving fans. Like once you use it, it's hard to not love it because there's nothing else quite like it as far as the frictionless experience.